Billy Dan TV. People, represent Billy Dan TV. Go over there and subscribe on the channel there for the latest hits and the latest preview for all of the bad music that are going on Jamaica. Side. Go on, I represent. Watch out, outside. Bam.
Say them like me, but me know them a fake it. Bad man see my life and take it. True them know man great, no want me get a break. They want me fi fail, boy. Yeah. Some of them a sprinkle them mile with them see me, them a smile and me know them a dashboard. Why want me crash in a car and dead? Why want give me 5 in a me head? Me no believe in a mankind. Them brutal, wicked and
What do you have out? What is we shoot? We have out. Mad master out.
Go. This is the second time I approach me. Can't intimidate me. But tell you why I can't intimidate me now. First of all, he must sign on the system. A boy will report. I am a UK citizen. Yeah. So therefore, the badness where you are run up at Augustown can't run round here. Yeah. My approach me just now, I'm not call a name. But my approach me just now in public. But he make a mistake. The mistake we make just now. A pinky night and him say if I wasn't pinky night, he would have boxed me up. Let him say, you know. I'm just fall. Look, I just fall. I real bad. Him take it to a level, so I just fall. Cause I'm not going to tell him what he can do. He might tell me what he can do. So I know the badness come down, because this is what I want to do. So I want to make you know now, Kalanchi. This little goon when you send come talk to me can't intimidate me around here no time at all. It's illegal. Look, a pinky night put on by West Kingston people. I mean a venue look wild. We're full of West Kingston people. Yeah. Everybody in the look wild, me know them mother and them grandparents. He was the only stranger in the look wild. Him alone by himself, I tell me what him could have do me. See? I take on myself. I take on myself to protect myself from myself. I hear how the badness come down now. While him a yap off him mouth. My friend come look wild and give me him 45 and say, yo, brush that. Me too old for brush people. What I want you to know, I bet before this honor, I will say
about 4 dozen people have been left homeless, including children. They could be possessed by such evil to come across the way, because just a few 100 meters separate the communities, obviously. Come with canisters of petrol and deliberately walk from house to house and throw the accelerant on the house and light it afire with children inside. It is not something that the state should tolerate in any way. To consider it a crime would be to treat it as ordinary. What this is an act of terror. And the people who have committed it are terrorists.
Yes. There are over 20 children who live in this yard who could not have benefited from the medical examinations to get them back to school because their immunization passports also burnt up, birth certificates, every single document for them. So far, Councillor Brown and I, we've started our relief effort. We've started distributing back to school supplies from as early as Saturday.
Now, according to the police, the area has been experiencing an increase in crime and violence. Early in August, there was another attack. That time in Portmore Villa, 15 people were left homeless. Police and military personnel have been maintaining a strong presence in sections of the
Arsonist struck.
inside here when they were throwing the gas.
Remember the kids was inside there, and we started to beg them and say, we can't do that because the children have humanity the old so we can't do them something here. So, then they try to just throw all of the gas and the bed them and blaze it up. So when you see the house are blaze now, then them throw the water, the gas right here, so that means that we can't come out. But there's other door right here, so we can expect some road to do right here, so now the kids them and come out right here, so.
The police say the attackers also shot and killed Renil Horton, a taximan who had just returned from work in the early hours of the morning. The Commissioner of Police, Major General Anthony Anderson, says it is still not clear the number of persons involved in the brazen attack, but what is known is that it wasn't carried out only by men.
But also women who are willing to come over and burn out other women and children.
The Prime Minister says that this particular incident, which has displaced several persons, is a scar on our nation. He says the perpetrators will be found, and when they're found, they should not be treated as common criminals.
People who have committed it are terrorists.
Yes. Yes.
And they should be treated as such.
Yes.
They should be dealt with the limit of the law. We're going to treat this one specially. And the people who committed the crime were seen. And I'm going to be personally on it to ensure that every last one of them is found.
For the Prime Minister, criminals cannot be allowed to torch houses, and it's accepted as normal. He says while gangs are becoming barefaced, the government will in turn be more forceful in dismantling them and will use the law to go after the facilitators of criminal activities.
We have mechanisms in place which we have triggered to ensure that those who are operating overseas, as well that those who are local, those who are politically connected, and those who are influential in terms of having money to support gangs, that they are also interdicted.
The Prime Minister also hinted that new legislation could be crafted to target high-value criminals.
But of course, there is an element in the society who does not want us to empower our police force to be able to act preemptively. Because the truth is that some of these people who have committed these crimes are on the radar, but you are not empowered to act on them until they would have committed themselves.
Vision say things will not be allowed to escalate as they have increased their presence.
Most persons on some of the avenues are locked up in their homes, and I guess due to fear, due to the recent murder in this space. The most recent being a senior citizen who was killed.
Territorial Officer for the St. Catherine South Police Division, DSP Paulette Baker, says following the attacks, the police have been carrying out routine patrols in the Gregory Park community to reduce the likelihood of any reprisals. This, she says, as the area is one of the crime hotspots for the St. Catherine South Police Division. They were speaking during a walkthrough of the Gregory Park community. PNP Councillor Caretaker for the division, Oral Gunning, says the residents are grateful for the attention the community has received. However, he hopes the attention will not be a one-off.
You tell that the community just need people to intervene from time to time and to be proactive in whatever we do, so we can encourage them, so that they can at least feel comfortable and safe in the home.
In the meantime, the police say a number of initiatives will be launched in the space to aid the reduction of crime and violence.
We have been having dialogue with citizens as to the groups or any type of formal groups, whether or not
they have any in this space. And it is our intention as community safety officers to come in, to sit with citizens, members of the community, and to see what we can get going as it relates to an organized group.